Hey girls, it's Monday. I don't really have a very good reason as to why I wasn't here last week. I just have really sucky time management skills and didn't think to make my video before class, and then didn't have time between class and work. But I actually had a lot to respond to last week, and then I didn't, so I'm gonna do that now. Remember how I sometimes take notes and sometimes don't about what I want to say? Because I'm forgetful, and if I don't take notes, I'll forget everything. Well, I took this many notes for last week, but none for this week, so I'm probably going to be responding more to old stuff, because I'm awesome like that. Stella talked about how she was jealous of me being on spring break a couple weeks ago, but honestly I'd rather have it a little bit later because now that it's gone, I don't have any more breaks until I'm out of school on May 27th. So it's going to be a long couple of months without any breaks. And I already have spring fever. Stella talked about Dan Brown's videos, and I do watch him, although for some reason a lot of his videos don't show up in my sub-line thingy. I refuse to call it a box now. That's not a box. I don't really like the whole new YouTube system. I get things missing from there all the time. Not that it's that new now, but yeah, I don't like it. Stella, it's interesting that you asked that when you did, because a while back, maybe a month or so ago, he made a video with Karen Cavett that you might remember. They went to go see the house from Full House and see the park that's in, like, the intro. Stella, are you too young for that? Are you too young for Full House? I feel like you're not, because there's a lot of reruns. Anyway, that's beside the point. But literally the next day after you asked me that, I went to the city with my friend who took me to a vegan restaurant, since I'm not eating meat right now. It's called Herbivore, which I think is a really cute name for a vegan restaurant. But after that we went to Haight Street, where there's some kind of cool shopping. But then we drove by this park and I was like, wow, that looks like the one that Karen and Dan went to from Full House. I was pretty sure, but I wasn't too sure. And then I made a mental note of the name of the park and I went back and I watched their video, and sure enough, Alamo Square Park is the park from Full House. So that was kind of cool. That was kind of a long story. I apologize. Speaking of Dan Brown, I have no idea what I'm doing with my life right now. I know Heather knows, but Stella, I'm not sure if you know, but I didn't get into the college that I applied for next year. And I don't really want to go to my community college anymore. I just can get my AA at the end of the semester and I kind of want to be done. I haven't really decided, but I have no idea what I'm going to do coming in like August. So I keep thinking it would be really fun to do like a Dan 3.0 type thing with my life. I don't really have a budget or the comment base to be able to do that. And in addition to that, I would be shamelessly ripping off Dan Brown. But I think it'd be really cool to have like other people say, hey, you should try this, and show us what happens when you try it. I don't know, what do you guys think about that? Is that totally insane? Stella is going to be in my state next week, I think. The week after? I'm not sure. Either way, I can't come see you, and that makes me really sad. I mean, you're not going to be super close to me, but you're going to be thousands of miles closer than you normally would. It would be like a 7-hour drive for me, but I wish I could make it. I totally would for you, Stella. But unfortunately, life prevents me from doing so. Heather, you have way too much time on your hands to read. It's just not fair. This past week I've had some free time, but only because I've been sick. And when I'm sick, I can't read. Usually I have a headache and it just makes me feel dizzy to sit and read. So instead of reading Order of the Phoenix like I probably should have, or working on the 2 papers that I'm now gonna have to do today, I may have watched 3 whole series of Doctor Who. Speaking of Doctor Who, oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot wait for the new series. I'm like freaking out. I need it to happen right now. I know it's only like 19 days away, but I need it to happen right now. The trailer is so amazing. Terrifying though. Oh my gosh, but amazing. And people keep saying that Rory's gonna die. I am gonna be so angry if Rory dies. Rory cannot die. Rory is adorable. I love Rory. He's like my favorite. I wish I could just Sonic it into happening right now. I'm sorry that you had to see that spaz out, but Doctor Who makes me spaz out. Heather, you talked about how you like that Malfoy didn't kill Dumbledore, that he just couldn't bring himself to do it. And I think that's really cool too. I totally agree with you that that adds to his character. By the way, Tom Felton did a great job in that movie. The Half-Blood Prince movie, he did an excellent job. But yeah, it shows that he actually might just have a conscience. Maybe he's just a coward, but I like to think it's that he actually has a conscience. And yes, the Voldy history. I love the Tom Riddle history. So interesting. Reading all of that and how like his charm got to people makes me feel a lot less bad for being totally attracted to the Tom Riddle who's in Chamber of Secrets. As for this week, I forgot everything that you guys said to me this past week. So yeah. Except Heather, I'm so excited that you finished Deathly Hallows. I'm glad that you liked the epilogue and that I'm not the only one. The only thing that confused me about that was Teddy being 19 and being on the train to Hogwarts, but that's been cleared up. Other than that, it's not a confusing epilogue at all. It's pretty straightforward. I'm ashamed to tell you guys that I really haven't read a lot, because like I talked about, I can't read when I'm sick, and I didn't have much time the week before. I'm on page 137 of The Order of the Phoenix, which is really sad. But because I don't want to fall completely behind in our challenge, I quickly read Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them last weekend. So I'm a little bit more caught up to where I should be, but not really. And I'm way behind Heather, and yeah. I think I liked Quidditch Through the Ages better than I liked Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, but it was really cool to see Jo integrating like old myths and her new fantasies into these beings that she creates and just kind of builds upon in this. And I definitely think it's something that Harry Potter fans should read, because Jo's amazing, no matter what she does. On an unrelated note, the cast was announced for Hunger Games, and I don't like it at all. I'm going crazy. Personally, don't think I would like anyone as Peeta. I picture him in my mind as like a young Carrie Elwes, which might be kind of weird, but who doesn't love Carrie Elwes? Heather, you should read those books, because I'm pretty sure you haven't, and they're amazing. I think this video has become super long. So Stella, I'll see you on Wednesday.